Hello everybody, we'll be playing another Phyrexia All Will Be One Premier Draft, let's go. Okay, we see Caramonics, interesting. Blight Belly Red comes to mind when I see this card. I see an Infectious Bite, which is a good card. Rascus Fall, of course. Warwick, great card. Any number of red cards. I don't think that Caramonics is a real win con here. Infectious Bite is good. Each opponent gets a poison counter and also it's an instant. Rascus Fall is good. But I prefer to pick an uncommon here, because Infectious Bite is... yeah, it's a great interaction spell. Warwick is really good, Rascus Fall is good, but Caramonics, I don't think it makes the cut here to play this card. The only red currently in the set that comes to mind is Blight Belly Red, and I don't think it's worth focusing around that card to generate value from it. So I think I'll take Infectious Bite, and we'll see what else we can find. There's the Silex again, that's actually really cool. And aside from that... damn, this is not a good pack. Not at all. I see a Siphoner here. There is also the Basilisk. But I think it will be the Siphoner here. Who knows, maybe we will find some more Death Touch creatures. So Infectious Bite can generate way more value. Necrotitan actually is also worth considering, simply because it's a 6/6. It can deal a lot of damage with Infectious Bite. And yeah, maybe we'll see the Siphoner again. So maybe it's Necrotitan and then going into Golgari Infect, maybe? Yeah, I think I'll pick the Necrotitan here. So we are interested in playing... oh my god, okay. Anoint with Affliction still cycling, that's great. Other good cards in here is Augury, of course, then also Whisper of the Dross is really good. And yeah, Vat of Rebirth didn't do that much work lately. So I'll take the Anoint. Great interaction here, so black is also... so we're already having some pretty good interaction. I like it. Let's take it. And yeah, let's try to poison our opponents. Okay. There's a Scourge, really good. Feed the Infection did a lot of work. Skitterling, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Activate only if your opponent is corrupted. But I do have to say that Scourge is so much value if you can get your opponent corrupted, and so far I do see yeah, quite well. Only currently we only have the Infectious Bite, but we will find even more. But also I do have to say that Skitterling and Feed the Infection did a lot of work for me in earlier drafts, and that might be also worth considering. Yeah, we might see a Scourge again, so I'll take Feed the Infection for now. There's a Glare. Glare's really good. Offer is also in here. Offer is currently better than picking Glare, though the thing about Offer from our current deck is we can protect the one creature that we have so far, so we definitely need to find way more creatures. Glare is still a great removal in here, so yeah, I'll take the Glare. We might see Offer again. Okay, there we get punished. Could take another Glare, could also take Duress or Infectious Inquiry. all 3 good uncommons in here. The rest might be a great turn 1 play. Glare, we already have 2 removal spells now. I think that's good for now. I think generating a bit more value might help. Infectious Inquiry might curve out nicely to drop our Necrotitan. The rest also good. We already have Feed the Infection, so I might take the rest here. Edict, yeah, must pick. That's an easy one. Currently we can be going for mono black so far. And only interaction. Edict is such a good card, also if you're playing Commander. Yeah, I'll take the Dross Pits here. I think that's definitely an okay pick. It seems like blue is pretty open. Raptors, a good card. Predation Steward, good card. Okay, here we have nothing really interesting. We could take a Spore Singer here to proliferate, but Plague Nurse, not the best toxic creature in the set, but yeah, we'll take it for now. It has toxic too. And also with its power, it can deal quite a bit of damage with the Infectious Bite. So maybe Caramonyx would have been a good pick simply as a strong or 3 mana 3/3 with Toxic 1. But for the first pack, we actually got a lot of goodies here. Sheoldred's Edict, Anoint with Affliction. Yeah. Okay, nothing in here that we can really play. Guess I'll simply take the Canopy as an optional card. Same for Vat of Rebirth. Then we are getting closer to the second pack. Definitely need way more toxic creatures. Though I do have to say, Evolved Spinoderm for all counters, 2 or fewer. It has Trample. And otherwise it has Hexproof. Let's take it. Maybe we can find something to proliferate. Also, in addition to that, there's nothing really else in here that's worth picking. Restoration, not really worth it. Grimnark. The only thing would be Thirsting Roots, but yeah, I'll take the Spinoderm. There's a Fastland, there's another Glare, there's a Cankerbloom. It might be worth playing. Could also simply just value pick the land. Or we take the Glare. But I would like to have some more creatures, so Cankerbloom is definitely, or most likely, the pick here. We need way more ways to enable Toxic here, but there's also another Anoint with Affliction. Oh my god. Yeah, but the struggle is real. We are not enabling Toxic that much currently. All will be one, might be a value pick here. There is the Scrap Trap. which could be interesting to play. But as I've said earlier, we also need to make sure that we somehow enable Toxic, so maybe another Plague Nurse might be the play here. Scrap Tab comes on 5. We have no 5-drop yet. Enters or dies. Yeah, it can be 2. Yeah, let's take it. There's another Feed the Infection, but there's also a Hive Master, which I do really like. We could also take the Stalker, but Stalker is way more vulnerable to some cheap removal spells. Our 2 curve seems okay so far, and we have no free drop yet, and the Hive Master, even if it gets killed, it creates 1/1 for Toxic, so it will be the Hive Master here. Head Cleaver. Head Cleaver is not the best Toxic creature. Injector might be a thing. Let's say we put it onto the Canker Bloom. We get a free 4 Toxic 1. Feels weird, but I will take the Injector here. Tyvar Stand. Protection spell for the few creatures that we have. Here we do have nothing really helpful. Yeah, I'll take the Skull Bomb here to have some creature recursion from our graveyard. We do only have a few creatures, so we might need to play them several times. Could also take the Mantis here. Yeah, I'll take the Mantis. Edict. Galea, Hive Master, Feed, Necrotitan, Plague Nurse, Mantis. Yeah, I do like the way of playing Scrap Trap here. Simply it can proliferate the counters on Spinoderm and also on Mantis if we can curve it out. We are more of an aggressive... We are a really weird mix of Infect and... Do I take the Restoration here? There are not... We can get back another creature with the Restoration. Or we can pick the Thirsting Roots to simply thin out our deck. We do have... Yeah, we do have some double mana symbols, so I'll take a Thirsting Roots here. Simple value pick. We have no Blight Belly Red. We have no Siphoner yet, so... Enabling Toxic is currently our real problem here. So we'll end up in a mix of Beatdown and Corrupted Value. I do have to take another Nurse here. Yeah, let's take the Grimnark. And also take the Centurion. Okay. There's a red. Okay, I'll take it. Facade is actually a card that would be worth playing, simply because we can put more oil counters onto our creatures, which I do think is interesting here. But we need some more oily creatures, and Blight Belly Red is just a great 2-drop here. Yeah, it will be that one, a little bit more toxic. And as I've called in my last video, it will now end in... Oh, another red. There's also Vet Emergence. I think it's a cool card. But going double Blight Belly Red, definitely helpful. Yeah, Karamorix now would have been a really good pick. Simply we could have found 2 reds, we would have had a toxic creature. So maybe next time, even if it's very specific card, it would have made sense now. And yeah, another Hive Master, I take it. Ooh, there's also the Brutalizer, but I do think we have some pretty good 4-drops. Mantis, Necrotitan, Feed the Infection, Double Plague Nurse. Yeah, I'll take another Hive Master. So as I've said in my last video, I will do the whole drafting now, and then I will cut to maybe 2 or 3 highlight games over the whole draft. It shortens the video and I think it's interesting. What I personally do is I also watch YouTube videos in 1.5 times speed, and that definitely makes things way more comfortable for me, as there are sometimes these windows in videos where you're waiting for the next pack of getting, and yeah, that's always like, okay, I can skip this one. Spirant, do we proliferate much? There's also a Whisper here, and Whisper might be more helpful. We can proliferate there, we can proliferate here. Diver Stand. The Aspirant can also be equipped with the Injector, so that might also be a reasonable play. Whisper, we do have quite a bit of one-drop interaction. I would take the Aspirant. There's another Feed the Infection, there's another Hive Master. Oh, there's also an Atrocity. I do have to take this one. Our free curve is really weak, but hopefully we can make up to it. Okay. Mantle. If it has Toxic. Brutalizer, we proliferate. And due to our Aspirant, that will make sense. Let's pick the Brutalizer. There's the Whisper. Okay, we didn't get punished for picking something else. That is great. Could pick the Stalker here for Toxic too. Can also take Titanic Growth. We do have a little bit of a beatdown theme. And I think we have... Yeah, let's take the Stalker here. Followed by Mantis. Offer. Great one. Yeah, now the deck is really coming together. Copper Longlegs. We might be playing that one. Mantle, okay. Let's start off with enabling Toxic. We will do that with our rats. Then we have double Hive Master. In addition to that, we can also use a Stalker here. And Infectious Bite. I think Atrocity is great. The Spinoderm, Infectious Bite, Diver Stand. Let's continue simply with picking our powerful drops here. Anoint, Offer, Aspirant, Edict. Then we still have a few slots left. Let's go for Glare, Duress, Whisper. Okay, we have 2 spots left for our deck. As I've said, 3 is really weak. I do think that we are on the good side there. Might need to proliferate. We could fit in the Mantle here, because we do have quite a few toxic creatures. Could protect Blightbelly Rat. And Cankerbloom. I think our one curve is fine. Whisper's Interaction, the rest is Hand Hate, and Brutalizer, I think it's worth playing in our deck. And then we can Mantle or Long Legs. Could also go for Thirsting Roots, but I think our mana curve is fine. We will find what we need or fix accordingly. Thirsting Roots is also simple proliferate. Maybe that will help with an early Corrupted. We do still have double Mantis in our pool of cards that we can play. Maybe Mantis is more helpful than going for the Necrotitan. The Necrotitan is conditional and requires our opponent to be corrupted. I think we can get the corrupted done, don't get me wrong on that. But if we won't get it done, and we cannot simply play the Necrotitan simply because we have to sacrifice it to itself, we are sitting there and won't have any advantage of it. So I might be cutting the Necrotitan for a Mantis. Mantis can simply turn into a 5/4 Vigilance for 2 turns. Of course, then it loses its power. But yeah, I think that's a reasonable argument here in this deck. Mantis, Scrap Trap, Feed, you have Spinoderm, Brutalizer. Yeah, more of a beatdown toxic deck, but let's give it a try. We are on the play. We have Anoint, Scrap Trap, Atrocity. I think this hand is keepable. Anoint is an early interaction, and I don't like taking a mulligan while we are on the play. Really needs time to get going, but I hope that we can win some time with Anoint here. Okay, now we have a turn 4 play. Opponent, no play, nice. Ooh, Dross Pits is really good. No matter what they play now, we can take care of it. Vorak, okay, that's good. Yeah, but let's take it out of the way immediately. Should have waited until the trigger resolved. Fix for land. We play Mantis here. And if we can connect with Atrocity and Mantis next turn, we can follow up with Scrap Trap, Proliferate, generate a lot of value. Let's see. Scrap Trap, luckily a 4-drop here, so no Anoint. Atrocity, Haste, Toxic Free, 4/4. We will immediately corrupt our opponent if it connects. Totally fine for me. Glare. Glare's really good. Let's keep up the pressure. Yeah, I'm fine removing one. Connect. Opponent takes 9. Wow. That hit really hard. Glare can take out one creature right away. But I'm pretty sure that they have an answer now for something. Yeah, hard cast Glare. That's okay. Gets lifelink. What did I miss? Lifelink for free. They might have a land drop and play the Dross. Okay, they don't. Ooh, Aspirant. Now, let's develop a board, keep up the pressure. Remove an oil counter, number 4. That's better. Pretty sure the tempo line here is... Yep, alright, GG. Yeah, I do like this hand. Let's keep it. Blight Belly Red into Hive Master, into Best Way Brutalizer. Okay, Fuseling for the start. Might be scary. Red. Another creature or artifact you control is put into a graveyard. Okay. Slinger. I can offer the trade. Though I also want to make sure that I can play my Brutalizer next turn. So let's fix for a green here. Let's attack first. They will most likely trade their Slinger for my red. I don't want this. So I will offer with double black. Could have also done it with Tyvar Stand, but yeah, we're good to go. I hope that my opponent starts attacking with the Fuseling pretty soon. Okay, takes for 2. And plays a Cackler. Okay. What I could also do... No, I want to play the Brutalizer here. I could also, for 2... No, I will play it. And pass the turn. Hopefully the Brutalizer stays around so we can work with Tyvar Stand next turn. Opponent seems like they want to put some oil counters on the Cackler. Or they want to remove my Brutalizer. Okay. Okay, now I get the line of play. Feed the Infection. Let's attack with our Brutalizer first. Okay, our opponent does take it. We might take a lot of damage next turn. So I can play Hive Master and protect with Tyvar Stand, which I think makes sense. Yeah. Seems like they didn't have any instant speed interaction. I think I can take the 2 from the Fuseling here. Okay. Opponent does nothing. Let's feed the Infection first. Yeah. Draw 3. And an Anoint with Affliction is really good here. For now I want to keep the Hive Master back. Pretty sure that's the correct line of play. Next turn we might be... Our opponent might be facing lethal. Maybe I should have played a little bit more aggressive. 9 damage is a lot, but they are on Gruul and there's this one pump spell that can give the Fuseling a lot of power this turn. Okay, that will lock them out of the play for now. If they stay back with both... I hope that they at least... Okay, they stay back with both. Let's take out the Cackler here. Simply because we can. Scrap Trap, okay. Yeah, that's GG. If Brutalizer connects, They will most likely trade Fuseling for Hive Master, and afterwards we play Scrap Trap and proliferate to 10 poison. Yeah, GG. Good game. Edict, Offer, Scrap Trap, Mantis, we are on the draw. We have a lot of interaction, I like it. We're against a mythic rank, okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Plains, okay. Think going forest and immediately fetching for land is the right line of play. We'll take another swamp. Plains into Duelist, okay. Stalker. Doesn't help here, sadly. So I will... I could also play the Stalker, because on turn 3 I don't have a real line of play, and then I can simply interact with Sheoldred's Edict. It doesn't really matter at the moment what my opponent will kill, and Stalker is a toxic 2, 3-1. Yeah, I see a world where this is the better line of play. But maybe staying on the defensive side might also be a better line of play. Who knows? Taking the 2 here. Crawling Chorus is a perfect answer for my Stalker. Whisper. Also really good. Yeah, and Crawling Chorus is now also a great answer for my Offer, so it wasn't the good line of play. But that's exactly the scenario that I described when drafting Stalker, that Whisper of the Dross is such a powerful answer against this card. And here we... Yeah, let's get this out of the way. And now they will simply just sacrifice Chorus to Duelist. To my Edict. And I don't think it will get any better from here, so I will just do it to minimize the damage. We will get corrupted anyways, so... Yeah. Okay, corrupted. Perfect. Perfect line of play from our opponent. Let's go Mantis. They might answer with an Anoint with Affliction now. Or the Evangelist. Yeah. Pretty sure they will use Against All Odds. Okay, there's a Scheming Aspirant. Scheming Aspirant is a really good blocker in this situation. And next turn I can play Scrap Trap, and Scrap Trap is simply a 4/4 that trades for the Evangelist, but Scheming Aspirant can survive because I can still use my Offer on it. Yeah, but I don't think we will make it to the break-even point. This is most likely the last game of this draft. Got 4 wins out of it, 2 losses. 2 really devastating losses, I do have to say that. Yeah, let's give it a try with Offer here. Let's see if they answer with Anoint. Yeah. Yep. Alright, GG. Double Evangelist is just a little bit too much for me. Go to 7. Well, Sword is something. Yeah, good game. Alright everybody, sadly we didn't make it to the break-even point. We made 4 wins, 3 losses, sadly. Some pretty annoying games where you just draw lands. It's, yeah, sadly pretty often the same. And overall, but I had a lot of fun with the deck. I think that Venomous Brutalizer did a great job in this deck. A 4/4 with Toxic Free does a lot of damage. Evolved Spinoderm is a creature that simply keeps your opponent constantly confused because it's such a long text line on this creature. And not everybody is familiar with this card, so that was actually pretty fun. It was a great combination out of Toxic and going with some aggressive lines with Mantis, the Spinoderm, and in a great combination, the Atrocity is such a great creature. With haste and toxic free, it hits your opponent out of nowhere and is immediately corrupted, and then you're good to go. The Scrap Trap also did a pretty good job, simply with the ETB of proliferating and on death or on dying trigger that it proliferates. So yeah, first time drafting this creature, and sometimes it did a great job. I think it's not the best card, but it does definitely do a great job in drafting. Infector's Bite, didn't get to use it that often. Sheoldred's Edict, very powerful. Scheming Aspirant, a creature that got us the win pretty well, and yeah, definitely shout out. And simply, if I would have picked Caramonics in the first pack, we would have had a lot of synergy with all of the following up Light Belly Red. So yeah, maybe next time I'm a bit more open to that. Anoint with Affliction, as always, great card. And yeah, cards like Tyver Stand and Whisper of the Dross, also great. Instant Speed Interaction, always a great card. Offer of Immortality. Or Offer Immortality. And yeah, overall, let's jump into the rewards, check what we got. We will be getting 3 packs, so a little faster opening today. Let's go into the packs. Here we go with another Anctus. Yeah, I'm opening this creature card way too often. We got a Blade of Shared Souls. Followed by Rhea Ivor, okay. Come on, I'll gladly take a Mythic now. That's what I'm saying, Sword of Fortune Frontier, super dope. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and then see you in the next one. Goodbye.